want to talk about something different. And that is humanical relationship. What's a humanical relationship? Humanical relationship is that when you are in a relationship and you break up and you say things to each other and you break up, and after a little while that opposite sex says, oh, you're not good, I don't even want to talk to you anymore, and you just go on with your life. But after a couple of years, that person is doing really great in life. Even if it's a he or a she, they're doing great in life. So thematically means basically absorbing. Thematical relationship means the other person absorbs what they're doing, they talk about you, they ask about you in public, and they come running back to you. A thematical relationship is very unique, but it comes to a point where it's like sufficient energy is needed to sit down and absorb what you have just witnessed yourself and what you have witnessed by other people. But in this relationship, there can be a victim where the other person says, I have told you once with my mouth, I don't want to be with you. And you're still finding reasons to say, okay, you're good enough for me. Maybe the reason I kind of ignored you in the beginning, maybe I don't like your feet, maybe I don't like your teeth, maybe I don't like your face, maybe I don't like the way you look, so I kind of slid away for a little while. But thematically, these are some things that are very pondered when it comes to being in a relationship. The other person doesn't realize that this guy is not interested. So no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how long you wait, you can do a waiting game. Because when you write, writing is a thinking man game. Thinking is a thinker's game. It's a man's best game that he can play writing down. But the consequences of such relationships is totally replicated by a mirror look. So when a person says to you, you're good enough for me, but another person is like, I don't like the way your feet look. I don't like the way your face looks. I don't like the way your body looks. I don't like the way your teeth look. So I kind of slid away from you, but you're still telling people, okay, he might be good enough for me. Why? I'll tell you why they do that. Because they have been told their whole life that you're a really good looking person. And people actually don't know what good looks mean these days. Good look doesn't mean that a person is a model. A good look means imperfection with balanced lifestyle. So if a person says, I don't want to get a suntan, I'm going to get dark skin. Or the other person B says, oh, I'm going to get a suntan, but after the summer is done, in the winter you see them all white skin and white glowing skin, back to normal. That's called attractiveness. That's called a very good look for people. But people don't realize that because people think what you feed them is totally true. But they're lying to you on the other side of the conversation. You think you might be good looking, but to 90% of people you might not be good looking. To me, the person who's trying to play the victim, the person who's trying to play the queen here, is not a good looking person for me. I don't like the way their feet look. I don't like the way their face looks. I don't like the way their teeth look. I don't like the way their body structure looks. And on top of that, I don't like the way they act in person. They don't eat food, they don't talk, they don't know how to talk, they don't know how to communicate, and they don't know how to have self-respect. So, what you find good looking, other people might not find good looking. What you see is a good look for you because it's on the front page of a magazine or it's a movie star. Some people might not find that attractive. Some people might find a pointy feet attractive, a pointy toe attractive. Some people might find a little thick looking girl attractive. Some people might find small teeth attractive. Some people might find bob cut attractive, that is long hair. So what you see, what you think you're getting from people is not true. And playing a victim here in a relationship is not working. Because when you're telling people, oh, he's good enough for me now. Hello. You have to wake up sometimes. I don't think I'm good enough for anybody. I'm working 5-6 jobs and I'm working hard and I'm actually good looking to other people. So if you're saying you're good enough for me now, somebody has to tell you to stop it right there. Yeah. Because a traumatic relationship is a very toxic relationship. Doing things to people, saying things to people, stalking, observing things. Somebody needs to get a group together and somebody needs to get a public group together for people to stop these kind of people from threatening other people that have their own perspective of what good looks like. So they'll be like, why do you find that guy attractive? Why is he good looking? That's your opinion. That's some people's opinion. Because they might see something in that guy that they like or they find attractive. They might like the way the shirt looks. Maybe they like the way the beard looks. Maybe they like the way they talk. Maybe there's something that a good-looking girl has that people don't like. Maybe their toes are too round, or maybe they have big teeth, or maybe they have a bad posture, or maybe they don't walk right, maybe they don't eat food. There's a million things that a good-looking girl has that people don't like. So what you find attractive, other people might not find attractive. 90% of the time, when somebody finds somebody attractive, I don't find them attractive. I have a very unique way of finding somebody attractive. And it's very hard thing to accept those things when you see a girl and you say this person attractive, but you have to be a very sharp, keen person to know what attractiveness means.